Ah, yes, finally. College football TV schedules have been released today. Pop-Tarts Bowl and the Pac-12 gets another black eye. So Holiday Bowl has some issues with the Pac-12 and the UCLA Bruins. Welcome to episode 226 of College Football's Peek Around the Corner with your host, Greg Pflugar. We cover everything in college football because we love everything in college football. And if you do as well, please subscribe to our ever-growing channel. Smash that like button if you like our content. Share the video with your family and friends. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get to the TV schedule. We've been waiting and waiting and waiting for this day, and it finally happened. From the Athletic TV's early season, college football selections are out. Who will get the spotlight? North Carolina star quarterback Drake May, projected to be one of the top picks in the next year's NFL draft, will kick off his 2023 season in ABC Saturday night primetime game on September 2nd when the Tar Heels face border foe South Carolina in Charlotte. ESPN, Fox, and other networks unveiled their early season college football selections Wednesday. Deion Sanders-led Colorado appears in Fox first two big noon kickoff games. Holy smokes. September 2nd at TCU and September 9th versus Nebraska. Penn State at Illinois gets that slot on September 16th. The Big Ten's new partnership with CBS and NBC begins this fall. CBS, which does not air an SEC game until week 3, South Carolina at Georgia, will debut September 2nd with the Ohio State Buckeyes at Indiana at 3:30 p.m. and is also airing Northwestern Rutgers. That's Sunday at noon Eastern. Northwestern Rutgers. On a Sunday. NBC previously announced it will air West Virginia at Penn State that night. Week 1 begins with 2 Thursday night games. Matt Rule's Nebraska debuts at Minnesota. That's going to be on Fox, and Florida's visit to defending Pac-12 champ Utah, ESPN, both at 8 o'clock Eastern time. Notable Saturday games include Virginia at Tennessee and Nashville, noon ABC. Boise State at Washington, 3:30 ABC. Sunday night brings a likely top 10 showdown between LSU and Florida State. Buckle up in Orlando, 7:30 p.m. ABC. That game means a whole heck of a lot. LSU, Florida State in Orlando, 7:30. I am getting pumped. ESPN's primetime clash of Texas and Alabama. 7 o'clock highlights the second Saturday of the season. Last year, 20-19 game, Alabama. I think this year Texas might get them at Alabama. Look out. Other notable matchups include Notre Dame at NC State, noon, ABC. Utah at Baylor, noon, ESPN. Texas A&M at Miami, 3:30 ABC. Iowa at Iowa State, 3:30 p.m. Fox. Oregon at Texas Tech, 7 o'clock Fox. Stanford at Caleb Williams-led USC, 10:30 p.m. Fox. Woohoo! What a slate of games, college football. If this doesn't get your blood boiling, if this doesn't get you pumped up, you already have one foot in the grave. A light third Saturday of the season, September 16, begins with Florida State and Boston College, noon ABC, and LSU at Mississippi State, noon ESPN. Peacock will air Washington and Michigan State at 5 p.m. That's Peacock only, streaming only. So Big Ten fans, you better get used to it. You got to get yourself Peacock if you want to have access to all the Big Ten games for the 2023 season and the next 6 seasons. Michigan State at 5 p.m. Tennessee visits rival Florida at 7 p.m. on ESPN. NBC previously announced that the Week 4 Ohio State at Notre Dame showdown would kick off at 7:30 p.m. on September 23rd. ESPN on Wednesday also announced its 2023-2024 bowl schedule, which begins December 16th. As previously announced, the Rose and the Sugar Bowls will host this year's college football playoff semifinals. The last of the 4-team era. This is it. This is it, because next year in 2024, we're going to an expanded 12-team playoffs. Hallelujah. The last of the 4-team era on New Year's Day. The national championship game takes place a week later in Houston. And finally, one notable bowl sponsorship change. The December 28th game in Orlando, previously known as the Cheez-It Bowl, and before that, the Camping World Bowl, was announced Wednesday as the Pop-Tarts Bowl. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. A lot of big announcements in the TV schedule. I love it. This is the start, man. This is a start when your blood starts boiling. Football passion, college football passion, when you see the schedule, some of it, a lot of the big games, we're going to know what networks they're on. There are always surprises early in the season. There are always surprises, upset. God, can't wait. I can't wait. Now let's get to Brett McMurphy's article at the Action Network. The link is provided in the description. You can read the whole thing. We're not going to read the whole article today. All right, so you can read the whole thing in the link provided. The Holiday Bowl has filed a lawsuit against the Pac-12 Conference and UCLA, seeking more than $3 million in damages because of the league's refusal to reimburse the bowl after UCLA's elected not to play the 2021 game hours before kickoff. Action Network has learned. The Holiday Bowl filed a suit in Superior Court in the county of San Diego Tuesday, claiming the nonprofit San Diego Bowl Game Association lost more than $3 million from the cancellation of the 2021 game. This wiped out the 43-year-old Bowl Association's reserves, or wiped them out. The complaint states that the Holiday Bowl has engaged and continues to engage in good faith with the Pac-12 to negotiate a resolution of the dispute without success. Because of the Pac-12 didn't compensate the Holiday Bowl for the 2021 cancellation, the Holiday Bowl, to offset those losses, did not pay the Pac-12 for providing a participating Team Oregon in the 2022 Bowl. Even by doing this, the Holiday Bowl still would have lost hundreds of thousands of dollars, but was willing to take that loss to be a good partner with the Pac-12. Wow, what a story. Again, we're not going through the whole article. We're skipping some parts of the paragraphs, some parts of the article. Go to the link provided to read the whole thing. About 2 weeks ago, the Pac-12 notified the Holiday Bowl that it would file a lawsuit if the bowl didn't pay the conference the money the Pac-12 said it was owed from the 22 game. Holy! So, Holiday Bowl suing the Pac-12 for 2021. Pac-12 comes back and sues the Holiday Bowl for the 2022 game. The notification did not reference the 2021 cancellation. Last year, Action Network asked the Pac-12 Commissioner George Kliavkoff about the financial dispute from the 2021 Holiday Bowl. The Holiday Bowl has been a great partner for ours, Kliavkoff told Action Network in July. We intend for them to continue to be a great partner of ours. We're constantly talking with them about what happened in 2021, figuring how to move forward together. Ultimately, that led to the Pac-12 threatening a lawsuit against the Holiday Bowl and the Holiday Bowl filing a lawsuit against the Pac-12. It goes on to say the Holiday Bowl's average annual payout is about $3.2 million to each conference, the Pac-12 and the ACC. Those payments were not made in 2021. We'll drop down to the end of the paragraph here. The Holiday Bowl still incurred expenses to prepare and stage a game that UCLA wouldn't play in, the complaint states. The timing of the Holiday Bowl lawsuit against the Pac-12 is yet another black eye for the league that has had several recent issues, including the departure of USC and UCLA to the Big Ten, owing Comcast $50 million for overpayments the sport network made to the Pac-12, and the league's inability to sign a new grant of rights deal over the past 11 months. The Holiday Bowl has been played annually since 1978 and has featured a Pac-12 team in each of its last 23 games. The bowl has a third longest Pac-12 bowl tie-in behind the Rose Bowl and the Sun Bowl. It has also provided more than $50 million to the Pac-12 in bowl's history. When this happened between NC State and UCLA, when it was suddenly canceled, NC State head coach David Dorn was understandably upset. I felt lied to be honest, Dorn said. We felt like UCLA probably knew something was going on, didn't tell anybody on our side. We had no clue they were up against that. I don't feel like it was very well handled from their university. It would have been great to have a heads up. So 2 or 3 days ago, we could have found a plan B. Disappointing. The Los Angeles Times reported the Bruins had a significant number of positive tests. Here comes the money shot. It's coming. The PATC money shot is coming. The Los Angeles Times reported the Bruins had a significant number of positive tests for COVID-19 on the morning of the game, would have forced some players to play out of position, putting them at an increased risk of injury. However, the money shot, Holiday Bowl officials said UCLA told them they had only 3 players tested positive. So where is the truth? Where is the truth? And finally, NC State's player later received their bowl rings. The rings indicated that they were Holiday Bowl champs with 10 stones representing 10 wins. North Carolina State's on-field record was 9-3 with the Holiday Bowl counting as the 10th win. The most frustrating part from the North Carolina State's point of view is the Wolfpack wanted the opportunity for a 10th win for the first time in nearly 20 years. To this day, they also believe UCLA didn't play in the game because they would have gotten their bleeps kicked, a North Carolina State source said. I really think they could have played, the source said. Chip said the day before the game they were definitely playing. Even if they only had 11 players, LSU only had 39 scholarship players, and they didn't quit. Holy smokes. The Pac-12, UCLA, I don't know what the truth was and how many UCLA Bruins players tested positive for COVID. But why did they tell a Holiday Bowl there were only 3 players? I don't know. I do not know where the truth lies. However, suits going back and forth with the Holiday Bowl, the 3rd longest bowl tie-in, the 3rd longest bowl partner that the Pac-12 currently has. The last 23 years, and the Pac-12 cannot come to a deal with the Holiday Bowl. Just cut it down the middle. Why can't the Pac-12 get a deal done with the Holiday Bowl at this time? Because maybe the commissioner cannot go back to those Pac-12 presidents once again and say, I need another $100,000, even though it's only $100,000. Remember, they owe Comcast $50 million. Each Pac-12 school is going to lose about $4 to $5 million. They're going to have to pay that back to Comcast. What's another $100,000, $200,000, $300,000? Well, it's probably a whole heck of a lot right now in the Pac-12. I tell you, things are, we are in the precipice of big changes here once again in college football when it comes to realignment. So stick with us here at Peek Around the Corner. It is May 31st. Tomorrow's could possibly be a big day in college football. Stick with us here. Until next time, from all of us at PATC, to all of you, please, you all take great care of each other. Thank you so very much.